What's one thing you will always carry with you no matter what? Even if it's not for your basic survival, not a necessity. Never met anyone that wants to continue fighting once they realize that the typical key ring is actually a terrifyingly large talon ready to absolutely fuck up every part of you in a non-lethal manner. Okay, so I always have a knife, a lighter, and my phone because who knows but those actually could play a role in survival. So in the real spirit of your question, I'll make my answer. A buckeye seed nut ... My grandpa always told me you needed to keep one on you for good luck, and any time he asked, and I didn't have one, he'd pull an extra out of his pocket and hand it to me ... So now that he's gone and I'm an adult, I still always have to in my pocket. One for me, and one for if someone seems like they need one. I carry business card-sized cards to try and brighten the day of random people around me. One side says thank you, keep being awesome. The other side says, I made these cards to give out as a reminder that everything is going to work out in the end. If you haven't heard it today, someone believes in you. Take care, and keep on rocking with your badass self. I carry a single acorn in my pocket. It's from a red oak tree that my 3-year-old son helped me transplant into the backyard of our newly built house 33 years ago. I don't own the house anymore. The ex-wife got it in the divorce and she sold it a few years ago. The acorn is a touchstone to a happier, more hopeful time in our lives. My cat put a deflated balloon in my backpack like a year ago. It's still in there. I don't need it for anything obviously, lol, I just think it's cute that he put it in there. Twice. I took it out the day after he put it in my bag, and the next day at work I saw it was back in there. It's my good luck balloon. Narcan kid. I'm not an addict. I don't know anyone who does take opioids. But where I live there's people who die every day from an opioid overdose. My dad's a firefighter, and the amount of opioid overdose calls they get is so sad. The off chance I ever see a stranger who needs it, I have it with me. My dad's old watch. Sure, it's quite literally a $40 watch. It's worthless by every aspect, but it was my dad's watch. He wore it every day since probably before I was born. It's mine now. So far it's been with me since he passed, through Korea, and now Italy. It's gonna be with me my whole life. I have a flash drive keychain I've been carrying for years that contains all of my unfinished novels, and the outlines for them as well as all the project files for my animation projects. In case I die unexpectedly, or something, maybe someday someone could finish the things I started. 10. Bought a Bastion bolt action a couple of years back and love it. The only pen I haven't lost within a few weeks because it weighs a ton, so you know if it's not in your pocket. Metal guitar pick bought for me by my girlfriend and I keep it with me everywhere but airports and secure buildings. But I religiously carry at least one multi-tool or Swiss Army knife. I can't count how many times they've come in handy. Also, pepper spray and my phone. Every day when I leave the house, I say to myself, phone, wallet, gun, and check to make sure all items are on my person. Outside of that, a silver charm my son gave me when he was little. My girlfriend got me shells from a trip of hers, and I carry one of the shells in my bag everywhere I go because when I open my bag for something I see the shell, and I'm reminded of her. My Leatherman tool. Ever wish you had a knife, pliers, scissors, screwdriver? I have them. I usually also carry a small set of lockpicks, but I always have the Leatherman. I keep some of my wife's daughter's hair ties for windy days, and a tiny stuffed sack with a clip that expands to a ridiculously large size for carry this for me days. I used to carry my grandfather's World War II dog tag probe for 30 years, but a few years ago it somehow fell out of my wallet, and I lost it. I think about it all the time. I have a rubber bracelet I got at the Holocaust Memorial that says what you do matters. That was 7 years ago, and I've worn it every day since. Not really the question. But when I was depressed as a young man, I always carried a slip of paper in my pocket that read Courage, Faith. My white cane. I'm visually impaired, and I don't need it during the day. But at night and at dark restaurants it really comes in handy. My Fix-It Minnow Kit. It's small enough to fit my pocket, and I've had to use it a surprising amount of times since starting to carry it. A lighter. I'd why keep on carrying a lighter. I don't smoke, but I just have this weird feeling that I always need to bring a lighter. Hang out with a lot of smokers, and offering someone a light is always a great way to start a conversation to meet new people. One of my father's handkerchiefs. He always had one in his back pocket. After he died, stepmother basically kept everything else. I carry my pocket knife with me everywhere. It goes in my pocket every morning when I get dressed, even if I'm not leaving home. A lucky piece. A silver dollar minted the year I graduated high school. Have carried it since grad night, 1972. My Leatherman is so useful, I don't know what I ever did before I had one. I keep it on my belt at all times. A Band-Aid in my wallet. I've never had to use it myself, but it has helped other people around me at times. A guitar pick is always in my pocket. Also, hand sanitizer and a small cloth for cleaning my glasses. I carried my brother-in-law's prayer card from his funeral until just recently, almost 10 years. Pocket knife, chapstick, and lighter. Have kept these 3 things in my pocket since age 10 or 11. My uncle's business card. It's not a real business, but it's too funny to not keep on me. A bottle of water. Even when I'm going to a cafe or restaurant or even to the mall. Evidently a bunch of store club cards in my wallet for stores I don't visit anymore. A lighter. Start fires, put it in your fist, light your weed with it. So many uses. Tweezers and a tape measure. I use them both more often than one would think. Swiss Army knife, got my keys attached to it. Mundane, but useful in a pinch. Well, since in my country bidet are non-existent, baby wipes to clean my ass. My emotional support water bottle. Full or empty? She's coming with me. Why is this tagged as NSFWLOL? Anyway, headphones in case I get bored. My pocket knife. It's a very useful tool in so many different ways. They'll to rely on anyone to get you out of jail. LOL. My lucky rubber. Been carrying it in my wallet for a long time. My late husband's wedding ring. It's on a rope around my neck. My word and my balls, and I don't break them. For no man. I never go anywhere without my crushing sense of loneliness. My penis. Can't decide to not take it with me somewhere. I have a four-leaf cover in my wallet. It keeps me lucky. Keys. Phone. Spectacles. Testicles. Wallet and watch.